and welcome to the Find Your X podcast, brought to you by Hurricane Marsh Outfitters. I'm your host, Jon Blevins, and joining me today is Nashville country music singer, songwriter.
Yes, sir.
Johnny Clawson. Welcome,
What's
buddy.
going on? Thanks for having me.
Man, I heard you tearing it up over there last night.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was like, well, that boy's good. And to my amazement, I look over there and like, hey, he's got our hat on, he's got our shirt on. I guess you had met Macy already or somebody.
Well, for those who can't see, the stage is right across from y'all's tent, and I was just kind of looking over here beforehand. I was like, there's some cool stuff over there. I'm going to go check it out. And
we appreciate
anyways,
that.
we got to talking. I was like, and honestly, I didn't pack very great for this trip, so I was like, I need something a little lighter because it's hot. It's about 90 degrees out here today, so I was like, I just need something to wear up there. And she was like, come on back and talk to us tomorrow. So here we are.
Well, we appreciate you sitting down with us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Taking the time. I know you start your set tonight, what, at 6?
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock every day. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Nashville native, or Nashville right now, but you're a Virginia native? Is that
Yep.
right?
I'm from Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
I lived there for 22 years, and then and I've been in Nashville for the last 7.5.
7.5 years. Did you migrate there specifically for songwriting?
Yep. As soon I went to college and I got a finance degree and an economics degree, and I was going to do the sensible thing. I was in rock bands and stuff trying to figure that out, but I thought I'd get a degree just in case. And then I found out that songwriting was a job. They don't really tell you about all that.
Sure.
But I learned about the Nashville community and all that stuff, and I took a visit out there, and I was like, yep, we're going to do this.
This is you, huh?
So yeah, I moved out there and spent really the first 3 years just trying to hone the craft, and got my first publishing deal back in 2022, and it's been off to the races ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, you have 2 #1 hits.
I do.
You want to share that?
Yeah,
with us?
yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
The first one was Texas by Blake Shelton.
Oh yeah.
And then the second one was Weren't for the Wind by Ella Langley.
Man.
Yeah.
Two monster songs, man.
Thank you. I'm lucky more than anything, but mostly grateful to be a part.
Yeah, there's some
both
skill
of them.
behind that too. I mean, you give yourself some credit. So.
We're just fumbling around, making things up.
And it just stuck, I guess. But man, what's it like? So let's start with so Blake was your first one.
Blake was the first one. Yeah.
What was it like working with him?
Well, that song was what you would call an outside cut, which means he didn't write on it.
Okay.
I wrote it with 3 of my really good buddies in town that I work a lot with, and when we were done writing that song, we all have publishers. Publishers are kind of like the record label for the songwriter.
Sure.
The easiest way to describe it.
Yeah.
And so our publisher texted it to Blake's producer named Scott Hendricks.
Yeah.
And Scott was like, I love this. Like, lock it down, don't show anybody else.
Really?
It's called putting a hold on it. He put a hold on it. He called dibs. He goes, I'm going to play this for Blake, but hold on for a second. So a couple days go by. He goes, Blake loves it. We're doing it next week.
No way.
Which it never happens that quickly.
So for a lot of us that don't understand, so you guys record the song, sing. I mean, you're just not sending them a
demo,
text or something. So you do a demo.
Yep.
And you perform it, because I heard you performing it last night. I was like, wow, that's good.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so you send it to him, and if they like it, they'll cut it.
Yeah, they recorded it their way, and they really honored our version of it. And I'm really proud of how the recording turned out, because I mean, it's Blake freaking Shelton. I mean, he's the man. He's one of my favorites in the genre, and I think him and Scott, they just crushed the production. Blake sounds like $1 million on it, and I'm just like, for a couple of reasons, because Blake is such a country music hero of mine. That was really cool, but the whole experience, Scott made it really special for us, because he knew that it was a lot of our first lap around on this thing, having a big song and stuff. So he made it special for us. He played it for us for the first time on his boat, and we were freaking out about it. And the fact that I got to write it with a bunch of buddies,
That's
it's like
cool.
we all got to kind of we over celebrated it.
Oh, I bet you did.
No regrets, but we over celebrated it.
Yeah,
So,
what's that feeling like when you get the call that said, "Hey, Blake Shelton's going to cut this song. He's gonna." I mean, do you pinch yourself? Do you like, am I hearing this or?
It's all that, and it's also like, don't get too excited because all this stuff falls apart all the time.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, I've had songs get recorded by big artists who then just never put the song out. Like it doesn't. They'll record it, but it doesn't actually make the album. So
I see.
That's all. Just because it's recorded doesn't mean it's a done deal.
Right.
I mean, it's a necessary step, and it's usually a good sign. But
yeah.
But no, I mean, we wrote that song in July, and it was on the radio by November, and it never happens that fast. Yeah.
That's really fast. I mean, just I talked to, I guess, a partner, a colleague of yours, Lance Carpenter, and he was telling me sometimes it's like a year or more before some of this stuff comes to fruition.
And sometimes even longer than that. Yeah. I mean, I think there's a famous story. The House That Built Me was they were writing and pitching it around for 7 years.
Really?
Before it ended up with Miranda, which thank goodness. But that's the fun thing about songwriting is this. Once the song's done, just because it doesn't get picked up right away doesn't mean it's dead.
Right.
You know, things sit around. Sometimes it's timing. Sometimes the artist who's going to sell that song the best hasn't even moved to town yet. You know,
they may not even be.
Yeah.
Singing or a recording artist yet. I mean, some of these people you see come up, I think Bailey Zimmerman's one of them. I don't think he was really, if I remember the story right, he just decided one day, hey, he sounds good.
Yeah,
Look at him now.
And it happened fast for him too. Yeah. And then you got, like guys like Ernest. He records songs that are 30 years old, just by older writers that he likes. So, songs are never dead.
That's right.
I always tell myself, I'm like, you might have already written your next hit. So
yeah, that's true.
Also, maybe not, but I like to believe the dream that the work is already done on one of them.
Yeah, well, so you go from writing that #1 hit for Blake Shelton, and then superstar right now. I mean, she's just tearing it up. Ella Langley's next.
Yeah.
So what'd you write for her?
I wrote a bunch of songs with her when she was doing her Hungover record, which was her first record. Mm-hmm. And I think 4 ended up making it. So A Girl Who Drank Wine, Closest to Heaven, 2020, and then Weren't for the Wind, which was my second #1.
That's huge.
Yeah, and we wrote that on sometimes artists will take writers out on the bus with them during the weekend. To kind of like make use of their daytime because sometimes there can be a lot of sitting around just kind of waiting for the show, and especially when an artist is kind of getting down to crunch time on turning a record in.
Sure,
they'll have people out to get the last few songs, and that time we were up in Idaho, sitting in a Holiday Inn parking lot, and we found out that all the shows got canceled. So we had flown all the way out there, and so anyways, we were booking it back and. When we were driving through Wyoming, we wrote this song called "Weren't for the Wind," and
really?
Thank goodness those shows got canceled because we might not have written that song.
That's right.
And it's funny because at the time she was the opener for John Party, and now she's a
headliner now, isn't she?
She's a headliner. Yeah. She's the biggest artist of 2026 so far.
Wow!
And with that "Choosing Texas" song, it's pretty cool to watch.
Wow.
I'm very lucky to have been a part of that first
cool,
record.
Man.
So
that is so cool. I mean, I just get a thrill out of hearing these stories. That I don't think a lot of people understand what's all involved and how you guys come up with these songs. And
I've been in music my whole life, and I didn't even know about the songwriter job really.
Yeah.
Until I was getting ready to move out and do it.
Yeah.
So we're doing. Here at Country Thunder, we're doing something called a songwriter round where we sit there and we play these songs we've written for other people, and we tell the backstory behind it. And
that's cool.
People are like, "This is so cool!" And it's really such a Nashville-specific experience. Like,
sure,
the Listening Room and the Bluebird Cafe and those kind of places. They do it all throughout the week, every week in Nashville. But people who aren't in Nashville don't ever get to see something like that.
No, and I think I was telling you we were just visiting and catching up before we sat down.
Yeah.
We do the National Wild Turkey Federation. I was telling you that, and they usually have an artist, and which all of them they tear it up. They do such a good job. But one of my favorites was, I think I told you, Red Atkins. And I can't remember. I'm sorry, but I'm getting old and I can't remember that far back. But there was 3 other guys up there with them, and I mean, they were absolutely fantastic.
And those guys have they have hits that they couldn't even fit them all in all night long.
No.
I mean, I think Red alone has something like 30.
That's amazing.
Yeah, which is awesome.
And he performed them so well, and I never knew any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think my wife was sitting there next to me. She's like, "Wow, this is so neat." When are you guys doing that tonight or tomorrow? When you're going to sit down like that?
We've done it. We do it every day. I'm in the 6 o'clock group. There's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We play 6 o'clock, and then there's another group that plays at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So, but they're doing the same thing. So
that's cool.
There's 6 writers out here, and we're all just kind of playing our big cuts and small cuts. We're playing and just telling the story of how they came to be. It's been really cool because I think a lot of people here in Arizona have never seen anything like it. So we get a lot of cool compliments at the end.
Oh, I bet. Well, it's neat to see the behind the scenes and how it all comes together. And the where and the why and everything. What I know I was telling you some Toby Keith stories that Lance Carpenter was telling me. What anything like that you got? I mean, I'm all ears, man.
Man, I think that the thing with the Ella song is so cool. It's like we had the wise idea that we were going to get there a day early and get some extra songs in before the band and the crew and all that stuff come out there. We're all the way in Idaho sitting on a bus in a Holiday Inn parking lot.
Yeah.
And they go, "Yeah, all the shows are canceled." And we're like, "So are we just going to fly back?" And they're like, "No, you got to drive back." We're like, "What the heck?"
Oh my gosh.
But it ended up being great because we just wrote the whole time. We had an untrained puppy on board, so that created some funny challenges.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just like funny to think about that now because at the time, you know, that song ended up being on the deluxe version of her record. Like, I didn't think it would ever be a single, but it followed up "You Look Like You Love Me" and it just skyrocketed. It was awesome to watch.
Yeah.
And then another cool story is I always get a kick out of this. I tell this on stage is I have a song that Billy Currington recorded last year called "One Thing I Ain't Been," and the way it got to him, it had sat around for a couple years, and I'd always loved it. But you know, you write a lot. I write 200 songs a year roughly, and
is that right?
And
wow,
you know, stuff slips through the cracks all the time.
Sure.
That's why you get really mad when you hear a bad song on the radio. You're like, "Do you know how many good ones are just?"
Mine was better than that.
Yeah, well,
what are they thinking?
Not even mine. Just you hear great songs in Nashville all the time that just never get to see the light of day because there's simply not enough artists to do them. But
right.
But no, this intern had found Billy Currington's email in this old, super long email thread, and she wasn't supposed to do this, but she was just trying to, she was an intern. She was trying to stand out to her company and stuff.
Sure.
So she got his email. She was like, "We'll see if it's even something he still checks." Sent him the song, and the first miracle is he did get it, and then he recorded it, which is, Billy Currington. He hadn't put out a record for years and years and years, and he only cut 10 songs. And the fact that ours was one of them was really freaking cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But, thank goodness that intern took a chance because that could have gone one of two ways for her.
Oh, yeah. That could have gone really bad, and it sounds like it turned out really good. So,
yeah,
that's a positive on that. And growing up, when did you start singing? I mean, was there like your mama was like, Johnny, you're running around, you sound good, or did you sing at church? Or
No, I was obsessed with Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Really?
Yeah, my parents, they always had, they had Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney and that stuff on too, but the stuff I really gravitated towards was like Aerosmith, Motley Crue, Rat, Poison, and Led Zeppelin. And so I really leaned into my rock side, Guns N' Roses, obviously.
Yeah.
I picked up guitar and pretty much dropped everything else I was doing.
Really?
So, and I was in metal bands and rock bands throughout high school and college, and I always thought it was going to kind of go that way. And then, I met a girl in college, and it all kind of turned back towards country.
Really?
Yeah, and I was listening to, Keith Whitley and George Jones and all that stuff. And
Yeah, is that
But,
your
you know,
is that your inspiration?
well,
is those guys?
I
or-
always loved old music,
Yeah.
like I said, with Aerosmith. And so it was a really natural. And my dad used to sing Boy Named Sue around the house.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Cash. And,
Yeah,
and my parents were listening to Clint Black and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it was a really natural place for me to pick up was on the old stuff.
Sure.
And then, when was I in college? In 2014 through 18. And that was, FGL and Blake Shelton was still having a bunch of hits. And,
Sure.
and Sam Hunt was new. And I just remember that was what was getting played at parties. And I saw how other people were reacting to that stuff. I'm like, there's still guitars playing,
Yeah.
So I started digging into that and, found myself in Nashville somehow, basically
cool.
by accident.
Really.
But it was a really, really crazy ride, man. I moved to Nashville in 2018, and I was like, I got to get a job. So I was a substitute teacher
Really.
for all grades and all subjects, and I did that. I did that on days that I wasn't writing because
Yeah.
with a substitute, it's kind of like last minute.
Yeah.
So I just told him, I was like, I'm writing on Tuesday and Thursday, so I can work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Sure.
So I did that for about a year and a half, and I was also bartending at a country club at night.
Yeah.
So just trying to make ends meet and
Yeah.
living with whoever would let me live with them, and it was a
You paid your dues. You got in the trenches. You
Yeah,
you
yeah.
slugged it out. And
wrote a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
And found my crew, and like I wrote Texas with my best friend and the guy I've collaborated with the most over the years. And,
Yeah.
and then, like Ella was, and Joy Beth Taylor, who's also on that song, Worm for the Wind. Like, when we all started writing together, none of us had a hit. None of us had, I had a publishing deal. Joy Beth had a publishing deal. Ella had a publishing deal and a record deal. But, none of us were getting, like I said, she was the opener for John Party. It was
Yeah.
you just, the biggest lesson I learned was just find people you believe in and just, I still write my best songs with those guys,
Is that right?
With the people that I kind of came up with,
Yeah.
Riding with hit writers is awesome, and they usually teach you a thing or two, and you get a lot of perspective from them. But I think if you expect to go in with a guy with 30 number ones and be like, oh, we're going to write number one today, you have the wrong attitude. Because
That's got to be tough.
you got to find your crew,
Sure.
the guys that you do it with. Because, just because Red Akins was who we were talking about. Red Akins has his guys.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean? And he's great because he works with a lot of young guys. I think that's why he's been able to be successful for so long. Because,
Sure.
he has a radio single right now with a guy named Zach John King who's fresh in the game. He's great about that. But it's like, he's been right with Ben Hayslip and Dallas Davison for, 30 years now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know they've been doing that for 30 years.
Or probably not 30 years, 20 years.
Wow.
Whatever
Still, that's
it is.
a long
Yeah.
time to be in the game because I'm sure Nashville's just full of talent.
Yeah.
And it's like going from, high school ball to the pros.
Well,
and
it's
like
all
that.
And you got to show up and be strategic about how you spend your days and who you work with and all that stuff. But there's so much luck involved.
Is there?
Yeah, there's guys who are so good who don't have the accolades to match how good they are,
Sure.
and vice versa. The guys who get lucky and get songs who maybe are not as good as some other guys, but that's probably me. It's just, I'm the guy. They're like, why does he have a number one and I don't? Yeah. But no, I think kind of the cream does eventually rise to the top. It's
Sure.
just everybody's journey is a little different. There's no one way.
Right.
I heard this not from Jamie Johnson himself, but I've heard it from a few other people. But it's a Jamie Johnson thing that maybe Willie Nelson told him. I can't remember. I might be butchering all the information. But let's say Willie Nelson told Jamie Johnson this, and let's say Jamie told somebody else this.
Sure. All right. So it made it through the grapevine
yes,
somehow. Yeah.
that's the way I heard it.
Yeah.
He said, it's like as soon as you go through your window, that window closes.
Yeah.
Nobody else is getting through there.
Right.
So you got to find your own window, your own doorway,
Yeah.
to make it work for you. Because even to say that I know how I did it for the first time, I'm not even sure I do know how I did it. I just kind of stumbled into it. But the way that I did it is not going to work for somebody else. They got to find their own way, make their own relationships. It's such a weird business like that. There's no blueprint.
Right. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's schools or there may be something to say, hey, this is how you write a song. But it's something that some people, it's just a gift that they have.
Well,
and it's a gift that God gave you.
And there's a social aspect, there's a political aspect. There's so many.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of politics involved too.
and that's the job part of it. Getting in and getting to make music every day. That's the passion part.
Sure.
And then the social stuff and the who you align yourself with and all that. That's the job part. And And I've found ways to enjoy that too. But yeah, it's crazy. It is the music business.
Sure. Oh yeah.
But it's really fun. I'm having a fun time. I'm out here sitting on the weekend.
Yeah.
Playing songs for people in Arizona.
Yeah.
How am I having a bad time?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, you feel blessed, don't you?
I do. I know I'm blessed.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So when you do a set, let's look at it this way. What's your favorite song to cover? And then so I was going to say, so if you're going to do a set, so let's tell what Johnny Clawson likes his favorite song to cover, your favorite song to sing, because maybe you wrote it or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
Your top 3.
Okay. Good question. You know what? When I was playing cover shows, the one I always loved playing was Aerosmith, and I don't want to miss a thing.
Yep. The one from Armageddon.
Well, yes,
movie.
from Armageddon, and at the end, you get all that stuff.
Can you hit the Steven Tyler high note?
I certainly attempt it. I'll leave that one up for the listener to tell me. But all to say, it was a lot of fun to play that song with people. But man, and another one I always liked doing was "Let Me Down Easy." Remember that song?
Yep.
And
who sings that? I'm trying to think.
Billy Currington.
That's right.
And then my warm-up song lately, this cycles around, but my warm-up song when I'm just sound checking. Is "I'm Over You," Keith Whitley.
Oh, really?
I love playing that song.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. My favorite song of mine to sing is probably 2. One Thing I Ain't Been is that Billy Currington song I had last year. And then another one, I had a song on Ella's record called Closest to Heaven. That song was just, I loved writing that song. I love the way it got recorded. I love the story behind it. And and that song's always just been a special song. And it's really fun to sing. So,
what is the story behind it?
The story, I wrote it with Ella and a guy named Smith Onquist.
Yeah.
And we kind of come up with the chorus, "The closest to heaven that I'll ever be, somewhere with you under a big old oak tree." And we were like, how do we make that just feel like this universal love song for the chorus? And then Ella wanted to tell this really specific story about her grandparents in the verses. Mm-hmm. So the verses feel very storyteller, and then the chorus feels very like this is the universal love song that everybody can connect to. But, and I think this way with songs a lot is sometimes the more specific of a story you're telling, the more people can find their own story in it.
Sure.
Because I was thinking about my grandparents when I was writing those lyrics, which we were trying to tell Ella's story because she was the artist. And
sure.
But I think it's just a really cool song about, really long-lasting, deep love. So
and you had
check it out.
For sure. But you had that personal attachment to that song.
Yeah,
and
I think we all did that day.
What made it what it was.
Yeah, and then Ella let me sing on that song with her, just like doing the background vocals. So that's cool.
That's cool.
And same thing on Work for the Wind. So that's cool.
Awesome.
I've gotten to do that a few times with some artists who have trusted me, which has been really cool. But
that's cool.
But yeah, those are probably some of my favorite songs to sing. I get to feel like a rock star a little bit,
Yeah.
Hit the high notes and all that good stuff.
Guitar only, or are you multi-talented? Do you play the drums, or?
I can hit a little.
Can you?
Yeah, but nothing more than that. I play guitar, bass, like all the stringed instruments. I can. No, like the ones that you pick with.
Oh, I got you.
I can BS my way around a mandolin a ukulele and all that stuff. But really, guitar is my main instrument, and I play harmonica and
oh, that's awesome. Do you do
and
any?
I sing.
Do you do any harmonica stuff over here?
I didn't bring one this weekend, but I do have a couple songs I like to rip it out on.
Yeah,
it's
see,
fun.
I'm a big fan of the harmonica myself. I mean, just different songs. Trying to think, it was way before your time. Take the Long Way Home. I don't know if you remember that song. Can't remember who performed that. Is it REO Speedwagon or some of these old guys are like, dude, how do you not remember that? But, But yeah, the first part of that, just they rip it with the harmonica, and it's cool.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, not to keep coming back to Steven Tyler, but he was playing them in all those old Aerosmith songs.
Yep,
and
he was.
So when I was a kid, I bought the Steven Tyler Signature Series, and I was off to the races from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Cool.
I wish I brought it today. I would.
You would have ripped it out a little bit?
Rip it out for you.
Oh man, I'd have been just tickled to death.
Yeah, y'all got to come over at 6. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, as long as we ain't busy, I'm gonna try to sneak over there in a little bit.
Well, it's busy in here right now, so
yeah,
you
we're
might
starting
be
to pick
screwed.
up.
Yeah.
So I know you got to get going here soon. What's up next for Johnny Clawson? But after this,
well, we'll play the show in an hour. I just got to go back and get my guitar and change into my new Hurricane Marsh swag.
There we go.
To let the people know, and then we're gonna watch some of the shows tonight. George Bird's playing tonight. Laney Garner's playing tonight.
Yeah.
Lone Star and Zach Tott is headlining.
That's a good lineup.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna hang out and have a couple drinks. And we'll fly out back to Nashville tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Back at it. And we'll be looking for that next #1.
Hey, man, you and me both.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, buddy, it was a pleasure having you sit down with us.
Thank you for having me, man.
Oh, man. No, I'm looking forward to you getting on stage tonight. We want to give you time to get out of here and get prepared. I'm sure you got a pre-performance routine you go through and everything. So
mostly just hitting a quick shot and grabbing my guitar. That's all it is.
Just getting ready. So, but hey, we're down here at Country Thunder. This is Johnny Clawson. He's got a set coming up. We're going to let him get at it. We appreciate y'all joining us. We'll see you at the next one.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
This was awesome.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Johnny.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Heck yeah.